Peaches, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. I have to ask you, are you feeling calm? What is your pulse? I can't actually feel my pulse. Quite often I think I am dead. There is no beating. But that is a story for another day. I'm asking you these questions because we are about to embark on something strenuous, stressful, mentally exhausting. That's why I haven't done this for a very long time on this channel. Today we are going to deep dive into the subreddit NotHowWomenWork. For those of you who might not know what this is, there are two subreddits that I particularly dread looking at. I simultaneously dread and also feel some kind of need to do so because there is so much miscommunication on women, on anatomy, on gender stereotypes, on sex education. I simultaneously feel like I'm doing something to help dispel some of these things by looking at this with you. But mostly I cringe and I internally cry. I'm yet to outwardly cry, but who knows? Today might be the day. Are you ready to look at Not How Women Work with me? Already, I'm seeing two women being compared with each other. This is starting exactly as I expected it to. Girls who say hi versus girls who say bro. The more I look, the more wrong it is. The biggest wrong, by the way, being that the girl who says bro that they're suggesting is in some way not as pretty because they're not wearing makeup, because they're dressed in a way that doesn't show off their voluptuous breasts. The bro girl just happens to be Zendaya, like one of the prettiest people to grace this planet. I mean, why they chose to use Zendaya here, I do not know. And on that basis, if what you're trying to say is that girls who say bro are in some ways less than, I would happily take a chance to go on a date with Zendaya any day of the week. I'm questioning, is this in any way racially charged? I'm questioning why makeup makes somebody say hi, why being blonde makes you say hi, and why hoodies equate to bro. To be fair, the hoodies bro correlation, it's the one link that I could potentially see. It's having some kind of, I'm not gonna say causational, but correlational logic. What happens if you say both? Are girls who say hi just unable to say bro? What happens if you say hello or aloha? What about dude? Where does dude fit in this? What if I just say Obi says then either you're not a girl or you just don't exist. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. This is the level of satire that we're gonna end up at by the end of this video, I assure you. What is this? A spreadsheet. It's too late for math. Man sends wife a spreadsheet of all the times she denied him sex? No. Okay, hang on. Is this real? Because I just find it very ironic that the person writing this is named Dixon. I'm confused as to why this says 2014 but last updated 2017. Maybe this is an old post that is just being revisited like an old spreadsheet? I don't know. I have questions. So we've got dates on one side. Okay, the dates seem to span from June to July. So this person has been monitoring opportunities for the eggs and excuse, oh my lord, excuse, and the reasons for whether it specifically did not go ahead over that month's period. Why? What is the benefit of this? I don't see a world in which this doesn't result in breakup, okay? I'm just putting that out there right now. I don't like it when people on the Am I the Arsehole posts are like, break up with them, get rid of them, put that person in the bin. I'm like, whoa, let's be open-minded. But let's be real. There is no way to be open-minded about this. How many times in a 1.5 month period has eggs been requested? It looks like 30 times, right? So this is almost, not quite, but almost every day. We've got the 3rd, the 4th, break on the 5th, the 6th, break on the 7th, 8th, and the 9th, the 10th, which happened, the 11th, 12th, 13th, break on the 14th, 15th, but the 16th, not 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21, 22. It's a lot. It's ambitious. It's not my norm. If Jamie's okay with me sharing this information, I'll check. But I do think it's a very important stigma to break because I know that when I was going to a relationship, and especially like the more committal stages of relationships, marriage, long-term relationship milestones, there is this expectation, particularly from movies. I don't know what it is, the discourse that suggests that sex should be happening all the freaking time. And there's just not time for it, right? People are tired. People have lives. And on this note, we should probably be looking at what some of these excuses are. It's not excuses. It's perfectly valid reasons and communications that shouldn't belong in a friggin' spreadsheet. I'm watching the show. There are quotes. I feel sweaty and gross. I need a shower. Oh, detective work happening. Didn't shower until next morning, they say. Non-verbal. I'm exhausted. I have to be early. The fact that the person who created this said that you're too drunk is an excuse, as in not a valid reason. I didn't expect my blood to boil so early in this video, but you know, a spreadsheet on denial is gonna do it. What do other people have to say about this? Am I the only one that is this outraged? I mean, call me old-fashioned, but maybe it's his constant nagging for sex that makes her not wanna do it. Look at the dates. Oh, and dump him. I'm really hoping that somebody's gonna comment and be like, oh, Shaaba, you silly Billy on the internet. You gullible person, you. This was a troll. Didn't she respond to that spreadsheet and ream him out? Or am I just misremembering? Yes, she did. I shared it. Ooh. Sad news is that means that this probably isn't a troll. Good news is I want to see the spreadsheet. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? This is really sad, actually. I was wondering if this is going to be nothing to do with that, but just reasons why this person is just really terrible. But no, this is genuinely the partner's point of view to the initial spreadsheet. Some examples. Bombed my presentation, so depressed. My time of the month, hate this. I think I didn't cook some of the food enough, not feeling great. Oh man, the stomach bug has been so awful. Would have been nice if you just bought me some crackers or something. Been so weak from the stomach bug that I haven't even been able to get to a shower. Can't stand the smell of myself. Oh, finally feeling better, but man, that took a lot out of me. He's working on a spreadsheet again. No. Whilst I think it's interesting to have the other point of view here, I just want to say, I do feel like Mama Shaaba Hat needs to come on to say that this is not something that anyone should need to do. The spreadsheet is not something anyone should ever have freaking done. But in light of it being done, you don't need to justify or validate or provide any kind of reasoning for why you are feeling or saying or communicating in any way. No. The fact that it is a no is enough. These reasonings are so unnecessary. I'm sure this isn't why this was being done, this retaliation, this reply spreadsheet. I'm sure it was for internet narrative, but for anybody who might just be, you know, thinking like, oh yeah, I need to provide my reasonings for why I need to look at this to make sure that there is genuinely good reason. No, you don't, babe. Surely it can't get worse than a spreadsheet. Please, somebody tell me that. When you find the perfect 2022 Ferrari, but it's got over 200,000 miles on it. No. Oh, women are cars now. Women are cars. Serious question though. If we're talking about 200,000 miles, are we equating each child as being 50,000 miles? Or is it a weighted allocation based on the age of the child? And does gender have any role in this? I'm just thinking, if you're going to use a metaphor, how far are we taking this metaphor? Ladies, that feeling that you get when you see something so beautiful, like a perfectly made pastry. It makes you drool and it makes your knees weak. What kind of pastries are you eating? It's important to know that women have this effect on men. It is important to know that women are in fact the ones in control and they don't need to seek any more of it. They just need to keep being that beautiful pastry. What is this forum? And we men will pay any price for it. We might even sacrifice ourselves just to prove that point. What is this trying to say? Because who wants to live in a world without pastries? I don't know where this has been posted, but the fact that it has 0 likes and 0 retweets from a community that the person writing this was probably like, yeah, this is gonna hit. I think maybe highlights just how unprofound this pastry comparison is, just as a PSA for anybody who might need to hear it, because clearly there are some people out here that need to hear it. Women are not cars and they are not profiteroles, nor are they shoe buns or apple turnovers or eclairs or any other kind of pastry product. Do you ever have moments where you just sort of see yourself from an outside point of view and think, wow, this person's doing this as a job? No, we are not going there. We are not reaching that level of deliriousness this early on. A question, dear Peaches. The irony of me saying that people are not vehicles or pastries, and yet I'm calling you fruit. Whoa, Peaches. If I was to be pastry, what pastry would I be? You can get me back for calling you a peach. Ooh, let's move on. What is this? The birthing. Welcome to the world. When the baby is ready to be born, the woman will crouch down and let the newborn crawl out of her so it can finally be released into the wild. Just love the idea that one, every single person in the world can do this, because surprisingly not everyone can, and two, that somebody would be so calm with a namaste hand position saying, out you come, little one, who has the ability to crawl immediately and says, thank you. That would freak me out. Go, little one, be free in the wild. Take 2 lefts, 1 right, and you'll hit the watering hole. The trees will drop fruit for you to eat. You're welcome. What? Someone said this is satire, and someone else has said it'll probably become standard sex education. I really need to know where this is from. Like, is this satire? Someone said here, this is Chris Simpson, artist on Facebook and Instagram. His stuff is hilarious. We are all about crediting people for their art, their hilarious art, their satirical art. Chris, brava. Cinderella. We know Cinderella. Cinderella is wholesome. If you watch Cinderella in reverse, says this post, it's about a woman who learns her place. Why did I have any hope for this post? Isn't this just fully incorrect? It is the end of the movie in which she ends up living with a husband, like finding a husband who insists on finding and tracking down a girl because of her shoe size and then insisting that this person be with her because of a shoe. Like, it's already problematic enough going the right way, and reversing it takes her away from a partner, makes her wait on 3 other women, and then ends up with her living an incredibly happy and fulfilled life with a dad that provides for her and makes her really happy. So sure, if you want to say that a woman's place is to live a joyous life of innocent excitement with people who unconditionally love her, I agree. I agree. Well done, troll. You trolled so well. I hate it when corporate YouTube channels act like the girl who's narrating is the person who wrote the script and compiled all of the information. This is a really good call out. I am a girl, and I feel like I should let you know that in my role as a YouTuber, which I've been doing for many years, I am only a mouthpiece. That is all I am. I do not come up with my own ideas. I do not compile the information. These aren't thoughts. I'm reading from a teleprompter right now. Script? What is a script? I can barely read, for that matter. People are giving me the information in my ear. Hello? Yes, I will make you a sandwich after this. 1 second. Ooh, hang on. It seems like the account that this was posted on has responded. The girl narrating the video absolutely did write the script and compiled the information. Oh, and she edited the video too, and uploaded it to YouTube, and made the thumbnail. Who knew she had it in her? Not being satirical for a second, I genuinely do have to say though, I do not edit my own videos at the moment, nor do I create my own thumbnails. All of the credit for that goes to the wonderful Anna, who is exceptionally talented and a very valued member of our team, and, funnily enough, who is also a girl, who this person would not believe in. Just felt the need to put that out there. On the dating market, says dominant dating something. I don't want to know. On the dating marketplace, hot women, 8s and above, make up about 20% of the population. High-value men make up about 2% of the population. You are literally 100 times more valuable than she is. Wow. 1 like from another man who also seems to not be able to math. Not sure if anybody needs this pointed out, but 2 to 20 is not 100 times markup. My friends, it does indeed seem that high-value men aren't very good at maths. But you know, I'm a woman. What do I know? I'm genuinely curious, based on that prompt, to see if there are any indications onto the ratio split of men and women, and whether there are significantly higher proportions of men or women, and if there are more women than men. Because honestly, I would think that there'd be more men than women on dating sites. I'm not quite sure where that hypothesis is coming from. What is the ratio of genders on dating apps 2023? It says here that Tinder has a worse ratio with 21.9% women and 78.1% men. Interesting. Badoo has 35% women and 65% men. And Bumble, out of these 3, is the most balanced ratio with 43% women and 57% men. So there you go. I mean, it doesn't say if people are an 8 or a 1. And that's probably because, and I'm just taking a punt here, I don't think that the rest of society subscribes to the same ridiculous artificial scale point of attraction that you seem to base self-worth on. But your point is proven wrong anyway. But whilst an assumption, I think it's probably safe to assume that with this incredibly high disparity between men and women, the fact that men are even 10 times more valuable than women is probably incorrect on dating sites. Not taking in absurd and ridiculous attraction scales, seems here that women are around 4 times, or probably closer to 5 actually, 5 times more valuable than men based on the ratios on Tinder alone. So do with that what you will. Sally Ride, the first American woman to go into space, says, I remember the engineers trying to decide how many tampons should fly on a 1-week flight. They asked, is 100 the right number? How many women? I'm assuming it's just Sally. These men, these poor men, clearly didn't get very good sex ed at school. No, says Sally, that would not be the right number. Having the skill and the courage to do what she did and still having to field the most ridiculous questions. Sally's got a good head of hair though, wow. For anybody who might be interested in the facts, The Guardian here says that the average period is 10 to 35 ml of blood and each tampon holds about 5 ml. So that means that anybody having a period who also uses tampons would need probably around 7 per cycle as the top end, not 100. Oh, we have a starter pack. Woman who doesn't want kids starter pack. I see you. Is happy and entitled to her choice. Yes, I agree with this. Is financially stable. Doesn't need people to tell her what to do with her body. Yes. Having a grand time. Probably. Rightfully annoyed when everyone tells her you're gonna regret it when you're older. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is certainly not how women work. I see why this is in here. Just because you have kids doesn't mean you're not financially stable, and just because you don't have kids doesn't automatically make you financially stable. Also, I feel like it's safe to say that all women, regardless of whether they have kids or don't have kids, or want kids or don't want kids, are subjected to the fact that people tell them what to do with their body. Exhibit A, the law in America right now, which is very sad. Is this supposed to be a troll? Is this supposed to be wholesome? What is your take on this? Do all people without kids, or all women without kids, have a grand time? Do people who have kids just perpetually not have a grand time? Very confused by this post. A woman in my office is going through a breakup, and the work guys chat was trying to think of something nice to do for her. One of the guys very sincerely said, all women like mac and cheese, right? Maybe we could do something with that. It is true, mac and cheese is solely a woman's food. Jamie made a mac and cheese tonight, actually. It was so incredibly tasty. But yeah, only I could eat it because he didn't like it because he's a man. So I don't make the rules. He's right though, says someone. To be fair, if I was going through a breakup and my work provided me with a really good quality mac and cheese, I'd be pretty happy with that. It's a solid choice. It's slightly odd as a gift, but I'd take it above flowers any day. Female sexuality is strictly emotional, which is why lesbians technically don't exist. It's just a trend. Oh, and this comes with the caption of, it's scary that people actually think like this. That sums up quite perfectly how I feel about this entire forum. Damn it, says a lesbian. If female sexuality is purely emotional and lesbians have no sex drive, am I a man? Screams a lesbian. You can't scream in lesbian, babe. That's a trending scream. It won't last. I suspect that postpartum depression is just a childlike woman's experience of being showered with attention for 9 months and then having to dote on a person who has stolen their spotlight. Then again, feel free to correct me. I will correct you. Challenge accepted. Do you know, a lot of these misconceptions are very easily fixed with a really quick Google search, providing you're also checking the validity of your sources, of course. Took me 30 seconds. There isn't a single cause of postpartum depression, but genetics, physical changes, and emotional issues are said to play a role. Studies show that having a family history of postpartum depression, genetics, increase the risk of experiencing it. There are physical changes, like the fact that your hormones drop, that may also contribute to postpartum depression. And you're also going to be sleep deprived, overwhelmed. You know, you've only just pushed a tiny human out of a bodily orifice that is not normally the size that is capable of doing that, and now your entire life is being shifted to focusing on said tiny human. So that might just bring a few emotional changes, just tiny ones. And funnily enough, these may also contribute to postpartum depression. And also just want to point out here, it's not just women that get PPD. Men, and not just trans men, cis men too, partners of people who have given birth, can also experience postpartum depression. I don't know, just maybe like pick up a book and stop trying to on women. What further baffles me is the idea that this person thinks that after pregnancy, you're no longer having attention. You're the mum of a newborn. People are going to pay you so much attention. It doesn't just end as soon as the baby pops out. Mother and baby are both in the limelight here. There's so many things wrong with this post. I'm trying to rationalize with something that is so irrational. It's like trying to argue with a lemon. I am aware of this, and yet I try. What is happening here? This is Adele with, I want to say, a Grammy. I feel like I should know this. What is this award? Is this a Grammy? Are you a Grammy? Adele versus, it seems, a generic family mum who, for some reason, is trying to on Adele and saying that she hasn't won. And for some reason, Adele saying that she's won clearly means that she is on mothers who have children that wear little pajama hats and helicopter hats that I've only seen in movies that star Will Ferrell. And for some reason, Adele saying I won offends other women who have children and who may not have a Grammy, because that is how women work. They cannot celebrate or even stand the fact that another woman has achieved anything. They must always be pitted against each other, specifically when it is relating to personal goals and fulfillment versus childbearing tendencies. The fact that I can say this with a straight face now, I really think that this forum is just breaking me. I'm not sure how many more of these videos we can do. They are so unbelievably unhinged. Let's do one more. I can only cope with one more. She believed that this is freedom, but she did not know that she has lost her security things. A silent message for modern females. With a red heart. This message is being sent with love, and what we are seeing here is what I can assume is a turtle standing on top of its shell, but I don't really know because turtles can't do this. Ironically, we're trending Not How Women Work with a hashtag Not How Turtles Work. Because firstly, women are not turtles. Kind of more importantly, if turtles were to not have their shell in this way, like turtles are fused to their shell, right? Their shell is part of them. I'm pretty sure their like spine is in the shell. They wouldn't just look like cute little tiny dinosaur beings on top of their little turtle shell. So women are invincible turtle-esque creatures? Is that what we're saying? Women are super turtles. Peaches, what do you think? Have you learned anything today? Have you survived? Are you also on the brink of deliriousness? Let me know. Get your fuzzy little peach butts downstairs in the comments section. Let's have a chat if you want to. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Who knows when we'll be doing this again. Maybe not for a little while, so I can recover. But until then, I would super appreciate it if you would subscribe kindly if you enjoyed this video and like to see more similar content. Let me know. I make videos every Monday and Thursday. I'll see you next time with another video. For now, be kind and have a great day. From the turtle or shoe pastry. Bye.